Hello, 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 my lovely, lovely friends. Thank you for joining me here on A Journey in Light. My name is Joy. Hello. Today we're doing a pick a card on what you can expect in the week ahead. But first, I wanted to send a shout out to Sonia. Thank you so much for sending me this beautiful Law of Attraction deck. Sonia donated this to the channel. There is a link in the description box if you want to send a channel for the deck. There's a wish list, but it's not necessary, but always appreciated. So thank you, Sonia. I didn't get a chance to use them today, but we'll use them in a future reading. So thank you for that. All right. So I have 3 piles for you guys today. I have pile 1 with this beautiful piece of Congo citrine. So actual real citrine, not heat treated. Pile 2, I have this tiger's eye elephant. Love tiger's eye, such a cool stone. And pile 3, I have my lovely brass flower that I love. And those are your piles. So take a deep breath and go with whichever pile you're drawn to the most. If you're drawn to more than one, then you could just have messages in more than one pile. You could have a really busy week, or you could just have something that you need to know about your week. So feel free to watch more than one if you're so drawn to do so. The timestamps will be in the description box below. Sometimes people choose their pile by their timestamp if it helps them figure that out. Always remember, these are timeless readings, so it doesn't matter when you're or when I recorded that. Just know that when you find this, that you're meant to hear it. So again, we have pile 1, Congo citrine, pile 2, elephant tiger's eye, and pile 3, the brass flower. So I'll leave these up for a moment, and then I will see you at your pile. Bye, guys. You're sitting there. I don't know why I pulled them off for him. Anywho. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 1. You guys picked this beautiful piece of citrine. This is Congo citrine, so it's actual citrine, not heat treated. I won't get into the whole thing about citrine, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, educate yourself about citrine. All right, so we are going over what to expect in the week ahead, what you can, just know is coming your way, and maybe some things to keep in mind, some advice. Is typically how my guides give messages. They're very just all about insight and guidance. So I'll start with your tarot. So tarot is kind of the overall energy of your week, and then the other messages are a little more specific. So you guys have the Hanged Man and the Page of Swords. The tarot I'm using is the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. She makes some amazing decks. Anywho, so the Hanged Man is a lot about a pause. It's about a perspective change. Sometimes some things can get flipped upside down, but it's so you can see things from a different angle. And we also have to look at the bat here. So bats use extrasensory perception because they use the echoes. Why can't I think of what it's called at this time? Don't come at me in the comments. I just can't remember it. But sonic communication, but there's a word. Anyways, but they use extrasensory perception is what this message is about, which is what ESP is. So you're also being guided to really listen to your intuition this week, to listen to all those little gut feelings you have about a situation, and really trust those things, because you guys are really have been put in a different position to notice things that maybe you wouldn't normally notice had you not been in this pause, or had things happen where you were basically forced sometimes to look at something from a different angle. So just remember, like, make sure to pause and pick up on those extra messages you're getting. Not everything's going to be so literal this week. Some things could come in, like messages could come in kind of figuratively as well. So we have this Page of Swords, which is about communication. Our pages are our messengers. We do have a lot of books here, and we have some hummingbirds. So swords are all about your thoughts and communication. So you could have some quick thoughts coming in this week. I say really quick because of these hummingbirds. You know, they flutter really fast. So sometimes this can be like very excited energy. So as maybe you'll have like an epiphany this week with the Hanged Man and the Page of Swords, kind of combined energy. So you may like get some sort of like epiphany, or like those aha moments where you can just like figure things out, and it might happen very swiftly. Because my guys keep telling me something very fast. So you also might be getting some information. You may need to look some information up with these books here. Like knowledge is a big point of your week. And maybe that knowledge that you're getting, the information you're getting coming in, might be what helps you kind of see things from a different angle. Also communication from somebody. Sometimes when the Page of Swords comes up is sometimes if you haven't heard from somebody in a while, there might be somebody kind of coming back in kind of swiftly with some communication for you guys. Next, you guys have Bust Out of Your Cocoon. So if you felt like you've been in this Hanged Man energy for a while, you've been in this pause, this could be the week that you kind of finally come out of your shell. You're being guided to really bust out. Again, it feels very quick, this quick change after this like kind of needed pause. So this is such a beautiful message to come up about, really like stretching your wings, coming out of this cocoon phase, really starting to make some action, make some things happen. So this is like a beautiful unfolding coming in for you guys. The mice. So the mice can kind of also be nervous energy, which I kind of pick up a lot with the hummingbirds on this card as well. So be mindful of any anxiety or stress. You might need to look at that from a different angle, to calm some things down. So, and also like I'm being reminded of, this isn't this exact meaning for this card, but 3 blind mice. And blind mice use, like people that can't see, use their extra senses to pick up on things. So there's extra message coming in for you guys about using, like, not just seeing things with your eyes, like, really hear what someone's saying, really look between the lines this week, because that might be where your answers are. We have talent. So this also is a week that you could be kind of finding a new talent or using your talents to grow and shift your situation, your perspectives. But I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be tapping into a new talent this week. If there's something like creative you've been itching to do that you kind of felt like you might be good at, this might be the week to like really like dive into that, because you might find a hidden talent that you never realized that you had. For others of you guys, you might be being able to use your talent in a beautiful way this week. Next, you guys have Reach for Your Dreams. I am the creator of my own dreams, and I achieve them with confidence. So also, your dreams are like the message coming in, your dreams are going to be very important this week. Maybe actually write them down. You could have some prolific dreams this week where you get answers. We have this plant that's growing here, which always kind of remind me of like this new beginning. So your dreams may tap you into something that's coming up soon. For some reason I'm hearing Pisces energy. I always think about Pisces being very connected to their dreams. That might resonate for some of you guys, might be Pisces out there. And this water that's running through. But just know that you are the creator. So also dream big this week. This is not the week to dream small. You can use your talents and really dream big towards things. All right, we have attachment. So this card comes up, you need to be mindful of what you're attached to. Like, do you have any unhealthy attachments? You know, is there anything that maybe you're not doing in moderation? Maybe you've been attached to an outcome, a way of thinking, a person, a substance, a location, something. Just like reevaluate anything that's kind of causing you stress and be mindful of if you're attached to that. There's a Buddhist saying that attachment is the root of all suffering. So if something is causing you to suffer, look at your attachments to that. Are you attached to a certain outcome, to an expectation of something that's bringing you down? And maybe it's shifting your perspective on that. Maybe, you know, going how you feel versus what you see about a situation, and try to remove the attachment. So this feels, just be mindful of your attachments this week, any codependent attachments as well, and possibly to someone that could be wearing a false mask here as well, or the ghost of someone. All right. TikTok. So time is of the essence this week. Some things should be panning out. If you've been waiting on something, this is the week that probably are happening, especially with this busting out of your cocoon. But just know some things are going to be happening. I'm also hearing pay attention to clock numbers, like synchronicities on the clock, like 11:11, 2:22, 4:44. If anyone's like me, I swear, anytime I pick up the phone, it's a synchronization number. And, you know, they do mean things. You can get a couple different books. You can look it up online. Personally, for me, if it was close, I'd grab it, but it's up on my shelf. I use a book called Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray. For that, like messages, I don't know, something about those messages in those books, like always seem to speak to me. So if you find like a reference for angel numbers that works for you, then use that. But sometimes I just look at it as if I'm getting constant, because sometimes, you know, we're like, what does that mean? You know, when we see like 333, 444, 555 on like every time you look at the clock. I swear I feel like my body's just programmed to pick my phone up at 11:11. But just, I look at it as like a nod from my guide saying like I'm on the right path, or like just like they got me and they're supporting me, you know, from the universe, from your guides. But other than that, just know that time is of the essence this week. Also, someone might be getting like an old timepiece from like a grandparent, or something like a family heirloom might be important for some of you guys. My guides are really drawing me into the fact that there's like this antique timepiece here. Or it looks like, you know, this old analog type thing. So that might be important, or someone might be giving you that. Or handing down an heirloom, or recently has happened for some of you guys. So for love, you guys have finance and career. Financial issues are a fact in your love life right now. So keep that in mind. If you're dealing with somebody and they're not really, if they seem to have something going on, there could be finances involved in their career. And then we have free yourself. It's time to take control back of your life. So if in love you find yourself attached to something that isn't bringing you happiness and joy, you might need to look at freeing yourself. You guys also had burst out of your cocoon. So this also feels like a week of like freeing yourself of old attachments, of old things that have held you back. You know, we have this unicorn on this card, and he's just like sitting here in this little fence, but he can just jump right out of it. So it feels like very Eight of Swords energy, where you're really only trapped by your own thoughts and your own patterns, your own subconscious cues that you're using. So just be mindful, and maybe that's, you know, where this perspective change is going to come in for yourself and to help you free yourself from a situation. Also, just be mindful, it says time to take back your control. If you're trying to control, control outcomes keeps popping up. So someone might need to hear that. You know, you might need to lessen your expectations or your control, or that might be the lesson that someone's going through at this time is your need for control. And you might have to need to loosen that up and just allow things to be what they are. We don't always have to, you know, everybody says, let it go, let it be. Sometimes you just have to let it be what it is, you know, accept it for as something is, can be very powerful. You don't necessarily have to let everything go, just let it be what it is and appreciate it for what it is. And can you love it for what it is? So anyhow, all right, before I get into letters and charms, I'm going to pull messages from each of the zodiac groupings. So we'll start with earth signs. So anyone dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, this is what your person would want to say. These are love messages from earth signs for pile 1, please. I'm so sorry I triggered you. All right, anyone dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What do they want to say? Fire signs, please. You deserve more. For those of you dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, we will be together again. And anyone dealing with the air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, trust me. All right, let's see. Now we'll do letters and charms. Okay. So first I want to pull a zodiac dice. This could be just someone that you're dealing with heavily this week. So you guys have Pisces. I talked about Pisces earlier. So yeah, that Pisces energy is very strong. So you guys could also just be dealing the energy of Pisces, which is that 12th house. So things could be ending, a lot of spiritual, a lot of dream stuff, dreamlike things. I think, you know, maybe somebody actually will be like looking into trying to do lucid dreaming or astral traveling this week as well. And then the house, you guys have the 3rd house, which is all about communication, which you guys do have the Page of Swords there. So communication is going to be big this week, and possibly siblings as well. All right, let's do your guys' letters. So pile 1's letters. So this can be someone's initials. 2 popped out already, so we'll take those. They almost fell. And this could be someone's initials. This could be a location. A lot of people come up with like airport codes too. All right, let's see. So you guys have A, G, R, H, D, and X. So you guys got ARG. Someone's dealing with some pirates. All right, and then let's do some charms. So what else does pile 1 need to know about their week, please? All right, wow. You guys got the Lovers. So soulmate energy, Gemini coming in here, High Priestess. So your intuition, you're being guided to really, like, dreams just feel so important this week. You guys have a 4 and a 2. And we have play. You guys didn't get a lot of charms. I'm not going to reach back in there. I'm just going to trust that. But 4 and 2 or 6 could be important. So 2 days after you're watching this, 4 days after you're watching this, like look that up. And then yeah, Lovers. So soulmate energy coming in, choices, Geminis, and then the High Priestess here. So something that maybe was unknown at one time could be coming to light, but also just trusting your intuition. And then you're being reminded to play, especially without you guys getting really any more charms than that. Play is really important. And also the 6th day, 6 could be important. 2, 4, 6, even numbers as well. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end that here. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading, and I'll see you in a future reading. Bye, guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 2. You guys picked this really awesome tiger's eye little elephant with its trunk up for good luck. So we are going over what you guys can expect in the week ahead. Anything that you could just be aware that's going to happen, or some things maybe to keep in mind if things come up for you. So I always start with the tarot, which is your overall energy for the week ahead, and then the rest of the messages are a little more specific. So you guys have a 4 of Wands and a 7 of Cups. So the main focuses of these 2 cards are commitment and choices. So 4 of Wands can sometimes represent a marriage, can represent a celebration, can represent a collaboration. It's also the 1111 card. For those of you that relate with that. But overall, it's this sense of excitement, again, a party feeling, but collaborating with the community as well, like-minded kind of souls. So that's the energy of like fun, excitement, being excited about this next step in your life. Think celebration. Like that's the vibes I'm majorly getting. I mean, look at this little guy. He's just like rocking out, dancing, dressed his best. Got a little bow tie there, and just ready to dance along with life. Then the Seven of Cups can sometimes be, this wishful energy, lots of options, sometimes daydreaming, sometimes getting caught up on which emotional path to pick. So some of you guys may relate with that. But overall, it's about having choices. And kind of pondering those, thinking them through. The cups are representative of our emotions, so they could be emotional choices. You could be going through lots of different emotional feelings this week. But that's the overall energy for you guys. Excitement and choices. Or commitment and choices. But I'm getting more of a vibe of excitement about that. You guys have keep your commitments, so that's kind of interesting. So we can look at this card as, that commitment of, like, say, marriage or moving to the next level, or literally what you have committed yourself to. And maybe you've committed yourself to a couple different things that you might be having to do, but you're being guided to make sure you commit to your, or keep your commitment. So if you've told people that you're going to do something, this is the week to really stay true to that. Even if you kind of don't feel like doing it, it might be something where you need to push through some energy to force yourself, because there's a reason behind why you're doing something. You may be called to do something. So make sure you can keep your commitments this week. And stay committed to yourself as well. Like if you've told yourself, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, I want to do these things for myself, make sure you keep those commitments to yourself just as much as you do to other people. It's very important. So you guys have trust. I know I can't wait to look at them. I pulled these earlier, and I want to say you guys have a lot of cards that kind of lined up that way. Like as I was pulling them, I want to say this is the pile where I was kind of like, whoa, where all the messages were kind of like really lining up there. But this week you're being asked to trust. But the way this card is, there's like the light coming down from the heavens. She's got some angel wings. So I feel like you're being guided to trust in the universe. Keep your faith this week. Trust that all things are folding as they should. Also to trust yourself, trust your own judgments, trust what your intuition is telling you as well. But yeah, so trust is going to be big, keeping your commitments, choices, and excitement. You guys have the key. So this is about a solution. So you could be getting some information coming in that could help you figure out, maybe you're pondering lots of different options. So you could have this key bit of information come in that really helps you solve a problem that maybe you've been pondering on or dealing with lately. So we have the healer here. It says, I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. So you guys are being really guided to tap into your healing abilities. Really, this feels very like, we have a bear here. Like we have this like shamanic looking elf with this clear quartz crystal. Very Native American elf vibes. I don't know if I've ever looked at it that way. But anyway, so you're being very guided to tap into your own abilities, of healing others. And sometimes we think of healing as just like physically healing somebody, but you can energetically heal somebody. You can heal somebody with your words. So perhaps this week is a time where you can help heal others just by speaking goodness upon them. That's coming in very, very big. Like your words are going to be powerful this week, that you could be healing somebody with your voice. So be mindful of the things you say, because words can lift somebody up or tear somebody down. And that's also, congruent with the things that we tell ourselves. Like we can either lift ourselves up or tear ourselves down. So be mindful of that towards yourself as well. I feel like all these messages are coming in towards your outside world and also your internal world this week. But this is definitely a big pile for those on like the healing path, the healing journey, that want to help others. You might also be unlocking some choices. Maybe you've been trying some different modalities of healing this week, and maybe you'll be getting the key to which path to take. But trust yourself and trust that you do know what you're doing. So hostiles. All right. So when this goes, there could be some challenges this week. This person, is holding this sword, which reminds me of like the sword of truth in tarot. So the kind of messages here is like you might meet some challenges this week that involve you to have to like, I don't know, I'm hearing be the bigger person. But sometimes some of our biggest lessons are learned in our obstacles. So there's a quote by Wayne Dyer, but now it's like I know what it is, but I can't think of the exact quote. But basically, it's sometimes our greatest teachers are the petty tyrants in our life, either showing us how we don't want to be or learning different things about ourselves, learning to stand up for ourselves and stand up for others. Just be mindful of the obstacles this week might have bigger lessons in them that hold a lot of value. This guy's got, it's just his armor, but for some reason it was reminding me of like coins on his little skirt thing here. I just feel like there's going to be so much value that you learn from whatever obstacles that you guys are come across this week. All right, let's see. Making some more room. All right, you guys have blessed though. So this is a week where blessings are going to be coming in. You may feel like, again, I feel like a very divine intervention. And we have another, this girl also has little elf ears. So that might be a nod to somebody who's very elf related, the fray kind of related. But just know that this week has been like, touched by angels. So as long as you, just keep your commitments to I feel like that commitment is to yourself for a lot of you guys. But just know that there's a lot of blessings. And I feel like this maybe feel a little behind the scenes, like you might get surprised by some stuff that you weren't expecting to happen, but in such a beautiful way. Okay, so for love, you guys have oh, there it is. I knew there was 2 cards in your guys' pile that lined up, so it was trust again. You guys, this situation is calling you to have faith. So that trust also may come in when it comes to a love situation, but overall, your energy in love is to be trusting, have faith, and be flirtatious and fun. It says extend your light-hearted energy to others. So be a little flirty, a little fun, and you're going to be asked to have some trust and some faith in a situation this week. Okay, before I do letters and charms, I always like to do love messages from the different zodiac elements. So we'll start with earth signs first. So those of you guys dealing with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, what would they want to say for pile 2, please? Earth signs. Twin flames. So there you go. For those dealing with water signs, so we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What do they want to say, please? Trust me. So you guys have trust 3 times here. Okay, for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Old flames. So old past lives. And twin flames doesn't have to be twin flames. It's just soul level connections there, guys. And then air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What do they want to say? If I had only known what I know now. All right. So let's move on to letters and charms to see what else is going to go on for your guys' week. I'll start with a zodiac dice. So this is someone that you could be dealing with heavily this week, or the energy of the sign. So we have Virgo's energy. So you could be dealing with finances, being analytical, planning this week, or dealing with a Virgo. Also be mindful of your perfectionist tendencies. And then which house is going to be heavy? So house number 2, which is ruled by Taurus. This is all about your earned income, like your work related income. Also the tangible senses this week, and enjoying those. All right, so for letters, let's see. For pile 2, what letters we have kicking? All right, sometimes it spells words, I don't know, whatever they mean to you. So we have IARU. All right, this can be someone's initials. It can be a location. It can be your initials. Didn't get too many letters, but all right. So for charms, what else does pile 2 have going on this week? Whew. You guys didn't get a lot of charms, but you got more tarot. You have the Hanged Man, so something could be shifting your perspective this week. We could also have a little bit of pause to see things from a different angle. We do have the Two of Cups here, so a loving connection, soulmate energy could be coming in as well, in partnerships. And then we have the moon. So the moon could be illuminating some truths this week. Some hidden secrets could be coming out. Also, you know, facing some fears here. We have another angel wing. So again, divinely guided. And we have a 4. I feel like getting a couple more. I feel like there's a couple more that needed to come out. So we have bookworm. So you could be learning something new this week. We have beauty. We have song, so there could be a musical connection here. We have a little engagement ring. So again, that commitment. So some situations could be getting deeper this week. This doesn't just have to be romantic wise, but commitments, you know, your commitment to something could be expanding. And then we have a little crown here. So you could be feeling like royalty. Also your crown chakra. Some of you guys could be getting crown chakra activations this week. So there you guys go. There's your charms and your letters. So, as always, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. It's truly an honor, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Feel free to comment or come back and let me know if these things came true. That's always exciting for me when people come back and say, oh my gosh, this happened. It's always fun. So, but don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with anyone that you think would benefit or have fun watching a week ahead video. I always appreciate that. All right, bye guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 3. You guys picked this lovely brass flower. It's one of my favorite little paperweight things to have. All right, we are going over what you can expect in the week ahead, anything that you should keep in mind, or just some advice for when things come up. My guides are really big about advice and things like that. So, all right, we're going to start with your tarot. So this is the overall energy of the week, and then the messages within that energy. So overall energy, you guys have the Hierophant and the 8 of Wands. So we'll start with the Hierophant. The Hierophant, also have to give a nod to Taurus here. Hierophant is a lot about sometimes spiritual awakenings, also like religious beliefs, old structures around beliefs. So sometimes, you know, every card in tarot has a good and a bad, right? But for you guys, I just feel like expansion is the big word that I'm getting, and then especially with 8 of Wands, so fast expansion. Like we have this guy, even though he's a tortoise, he's running quickly. So 8 of Wands also can be quick communication coming in, or just communication. So you guys could be, you know, she's sitting on this radio here. So you guys could be hearing some information that could help you expand. Things could be moving quickly, faster than maybe you expected. Maybe you expected something to move like a turtle, but here it comes in quickly. Again, gonna look a little differently for everybody, but just something is gonna be like, whew, like really quick, and your week could just go by quickly. But the Hierophant, I just feel like strong structures are going to be important. I keep hearing just Taurus in general is really important this week for you guys. So maybe some of you guys are a Taurus or have a Taurus in your life. But also I'm hearing like fast news, quick communication, things coming in that kind of are shifting things quickly, or some of you guys could be quickly shifting some beliefs, maybe letting go of some outdated beliefs as well. We have faith. So you're being asked to have faith, trust that things are going to work out and they're in your highest good this week. You know, and then it's kind of funny, like, because, you know, I was talking about beliefs here with the Hierophant, and you're asking to have faith. So this is also about, like, you know, can be unseen things, like beliefs in things that aren't seen or you don't have tangible proof of. So you're also being asked to have faith in those things as well. You guys have the ways. So this is kind of like being at a crossroads. So you could be making some decisions this week. Parting ways also with somebody is kind of what's coming up, with like things that don't serve you. For some of you guys could be letting go of outdated beliefs in a quick manner, and that put you on path to where you need to go. But this is overall just like you're going to be on to your next part of your journey this week, and you're going to make a decision around which way to go. Okay, next you guys have Justice. So Libra popping in here. And this is all about balance. I think I remember some of your, I pull all these cards. I don't look into them. And I want to say you guys have like the rest of the deck all like, it's like the same message. So, and it goes along with this one. So things evening out. Balance is important for you guys. Like majorly important. You guys will see in a minute. Because as I pulled the cards earlier, I was like, whoa, okay. But I hear like something about fiery passions too being evened out this week. Also for some of you guys, some legal matters could be finally evening out or coming up. But justice is being served. Justice like card can also be about karma, things balancing out. So I know people hear the word karma and they're like, karma is balance. So karma isn't good nor bad. It's balance. It's depending on what has been done, even the opposite is going to happen. So it's just about restoring things to their balance. So depending on what that looks like for you, you could see karma as a good thing or karma as a bad thing. But, again, it's just balancing things out as they should be. So some karmic ties could be completing out. This week for some of you guys could be closing out some cycles of lessons, and karma is also just about lessons and learning. So things could be evening out and closing out. So here, see, we have balance again. So I understand and embrace opposite forces in my life that bring about balance. So we have the yin yang symbol here. We have the black and the white, and then the area in the middle is like the gray. So so the yin yang symbol, like within the good there is bad, and within the bad there's good. So it's like reminding that everything has, some things have, not everything is all one or all the other. It's like a blend of the two. But just keeping balance is going to be so important. When you find yourself at a tipping point, or if you find yourself at a tipping point, go back to the things that bring you balance. What can I do to balance myself out, to recenter myself, to regroup? For some people, that's grounding in nature, that's meditating, that's taking a moment to do something you love, that's practicing gratitude. Gratitude is a huge way to shift out of an overwhelmed state. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or start thinking about everything you're grateful for. If you can't think of something you're grateful for, be grateful the fact that you have breath in your lungs, like that kind of thing. The smallest things, like be grateful that, I mean, you can always find something to be grateful for. Sometimes our mindsets make it harder than others, but I promise you can. If you can find 3 things, just stop in a moment when you're feeling overwhelmed and look around your room and find 3 things that you love, and that can be like as small as like, I love this plant, I love that picture, I love that moment, I love that memory when I got that. Those kind of things can bring you back to this place of gratitude, which can help even you out and balance you out as well. See, yeah, you guys got the yin yang here. So again, this message of balancing out. So the yin and yang is like the female and the feminine and the masculine energies, and we all carry both of those within us. So if you feel like you're leaning one way or the other too much, maybe this is also a week where you balance those energies out on the giving and the receiving kind of energy. If you haven't looked into like the yin yang, I'm kind of being guided to tell people to kind of research that more and see what it means to you. Because, because we all have our own experiences and our own perception. You can read something about, like you and I could read the same paragraph about the yin and the yang symbol, and what that means in the story and the history and what it means. And because of stuff that you've gone through, you're going to get something out of it that I maybe not, and vice versa. So, perspective things here. So I'm being implored to push you guys to look into what the yin yang symbol really means. And I think that you're going to hear something that really unlocks something for you. Because again, our perspectives are all different. So we're all going to perceive information a little bit differently. But typically to our best and what we need to know. And if it's been a while since you've looked at it, I don't know why I'm getting this message saying, go look it up. It's important. So just do that. All right. Next, you guys have truth be told. So some truths could be coming out this week. Possibly someone was, wearing a mask or not being fully honest. That doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Someone could not be honest about how much they care about you. Something like that could be coming out. So don't be afraid of this truth be told. Just know that a truth is coming out. You're going to have more knowledge, more information. We have this well, I guess it's a hawk, but it's opening up his chest, and there's this little heart-shaped confetti coming out of here. So this could be involving something around love or something that you love, the information coming out. But just know that there's going to be some truths unfolding for you this week. All right, so in love, you guys this could be the one. You've already met your romantic partner you seek, and then stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So it's kind of like have faith that it's going to work out. So for a lot of you guys, you could have already met your next romantic partner, and then be optimistic. Try to see, not everything is going to be bad, and be optimistic about some stuff that you encounter this week. Okay, so for next, I'm going to do love messages, and then I'll do letters and charms. So I do love messages for each of the zodiac elements. So I always start with the earth signs. So for those of you in pile 3 dealing with the earth sign, which would be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, what would they want to say? What does earth signs want to say for pile 3, please? I can't walk away. All right, those of you dealing with a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, what did they want to say? Water signs, please, for pile 3. This one. The changes are real. All right, those dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, what do they want to say? Fire signs for pile 3, please. I'm choosing you. Okay. And then air signs, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, what do they want to say? They want to say 2 things. What we have is soul recognition, and I had no idea you would end up meaning so much to me. So 2 messages from those air signs. All right. Ooh. And let's do letters and charms. First, we'll start with a zodiac dice. So this is someone you could deal heavily this week, or the energy of this sign. So you guys have Libra. So again, balance. You guys have the Justice card, balance and balance. So balancing things out is just going to be huge. If you find yourself getting off balance, you're being guided to, that's almost keep that in the back of your mind. This is a week that you may need to recenter a lot. Libra's also about not just balance, but relationships and stuff like that. Rules the 7th house, which is partnerships, all forms of relationships. So that could be important this week. And then the house that is important for you guys is house number 12, which is about endings. It's ruled by Pisces. This is spiritual stuff too. Dreams can be important this week with house number 12. Okay, and then so let's get your letters and charms. So what else for pile 3 this week? What else do they need to know? All right. Beauty. So some of you guys could be looking into maybe updating your beauty routine, noticing beauty in things, and even in the mundane this week is a little good reminder. So you guys have the iceberg. So the iceberg is always a good metaphor to realize there's so much more below the surface than you can see. So there might be something that you're dealing with this week that, that truth be told, there might be more to the situation than you can see that meets the eye. So just know that there's stuff coming up below the surface. You guys got another 8 of Wands. So that quick communication coming in for you guys, quick moving energy. We have judgment. So judgment is like awakening. I don't know if you guys can see. This is the traditional tarot where this angel is calling these people back to life. So it's like a resurrection. So things could be coming back to life. Some things that maybe thought were dead could be coming back to life this week. Renewing some stuff, renewing yourself. I did talk about a little bit of spiritual awakening. So someone could be having another layer of that if you've already been through it already once. that onion unfolds a lot. So then we have the stars. So this is a reminder to be hopeful. There's the stars also about healing. Its star represents Aquarius as well. Could be big in your week, another air sign. So we have this angel wing, so a lot of divine intervention going on for you guys. We have another letter. Oh, I forgot to pull your guys' letters. Oh my gosh. So we have L. I thought something was missing. Sorry. I'll get to the last two in a second. Forgot those letters, Joy. Jeez. Well, we have one letter is L. And so we have N, O, R, Y, and T. So we have a Troy, we have Roy, we have Toy, Noi, Nor, Nori, Tori. Okay. Anyway, so sorry I forgot that. We have this little moon with this little sleeping cherub. So I'm being told again, dreams are really important. I talked about dreams, right? I don't know. I feel like I did. In the house number 12. Dreams are really important this week. Like when you're sleeping and you could be getting messages in your sleep. And then we have this little dragonfly, which a lot of times reminds me of past loved ones coming in to kind of giving you a sign. It's also seen as a light worker sign. But the dragonfly is always like a reminder to like, you don't have to go so deep into things because dragonflies kind of fly like right along, they skirt along the edge of the water and just kind of so make sure like you keep yourself as light as air this week as well. So there you guys go. Yeah, the letters are L, T, N, O, R, Y. There you guys go. All right, so thank you guys so very much for spending your time with me. Please share this with someone that you think would enjoy hearing about their week ahead. I've been trying to grow this reading, and so any likes, comments, even if you just want to throw me an emoji, if you don't have anything to say, that's helpful to me too. Because I really want to grow this reading, and the more hits it gets on, the more the algorithm likes it. Because I think it's just a fun, really overall good reading for people to hear. So thank you guys so very much, and I will see you guys in a future reading. Bye, guys.